Hi, Tim Michelle Birdsong, Eve, mother of the earth, daughter of the sun. You're looking at pictures of the new leaders of the Holy Royal Family. And Diamond Mainstream includes you. Okay? Grunge site says Nikola Tesla's unbelievable real life story by Nicholas Conley. Nikola Tesla was being as Tim Michelle Birdsong is today. Any list of genius inventors in history would be incomplete without Nikola Tesla at the top of it, says the article by Nicholas Conley. Tesla wasn't just brilliant. His inventions changed the world in ways that are still visible every single day. However, despite possessing both mesmerizing intelligence and an altruistic heart, Tesla suffered Mildred, a difficult life, which only became more tragic in his later years. Possessing. P for present, O for order, SS for Secret Santa, E for Eve, SS for Santa sings to her. Present order, Secret Santa, Eve Santa sings to her. And that would be Govinda Singh Dillon, because he is reincarnated Santa Claus, and Eve T. Michelle Birdsong is reincarnated Mrs. Santa Claus. And Govinda Singh has been many rock stars in his past lives. He's been Louis Armstrong, Billy Eckstine, Ricky Nelson, Luther Vandross. Some of these he projected himself as. Barry White, Frankie Valli, Sir Paul McCartney, who else? John Denver. Let me look at the pictures up here. Jerry Butler. And so many others. Okay. So, where am I? It doesn't matter how much you know. What matters, what counts, is how much you love in the court of the Lord, said Charan Singh Jesus Christ. If Nikola Tesla were a superhero, his moniker would be Electricity Man. Sure, Benjamin Franklin might have gotten zapped through his kite, but Tesla completely revolutionized the entire field of electricity technology, making science fiction into science fact. Tesla's father was a Serbian Orthodox priest. His mother was an inventor. His father wanted Tesla to follow in his footsteps. Once the woman introduced science to her son, the boy's future was clear. Considering the impact Nikola's work went on to have, the world probably owes his mother a big thank you for getting him started. Nikola Tesla died alone and broke. Ray Dalio, a multi-billionaire, said, while being interviewed on Impact University, that one needs to realize he can be wrong and not be so opinionated. He needs to work with smart people who will give him their opinion, who he could become close to and love. Tesla did not have any people in his life he could love. University, decoded. Uni, U-N-I, V-E-R-S, universe, I-T-Y-A-T, universe, pleasure tie. Okay, the T. Michelle Birdsong is the queen of the universe, and her pleasure tie is her family. Okay, alright. And she's Eve, mother of the earth, so she has a huge family. Tesla left his first loves, his parents, in another country. He left to come to the States to work with Thomas Edison. Edison had promised to pay him a lot of money to fix his DC project, direct current project. Tesla fixed it, but Edison, being as Chuck Schumer, did not pay him. He's now Chuck Schumer as Edison. Tesla probably didn't trust Americans after that. When he was building the gigantic tower in New York to give everybody free electricity, J. Pierpont Morgan, being as Demon Rat party funder, billionaire George Soros, withdrew funding. The project was halted. Again, Tesla wanted to give value, and he was betrayed by yet another American moneyman. Song, Mr. Moneyman, on Edwin Birdsong's album, What It Is. Words by Michelle Birdsong. The Russian people know that their government controls the weather, but the Russian system of education is excellent, while ours in America, according to theoretical physicist Michio Kaku, ours is the worst known to science. Our education system is the worst known to science. If it wasn't for immigrants like Tesla, geniuses from India and China, we wouldn't have made any progress here in America. Video. The Strange Death of Europe and the Madness of Crowds. That's the name of a book with Douglas Murray. This is what they're talking about, the Hoover International Channel. Peter Robinson is interviewing Douglas Murray about his book. It's excellent video. Video Dan Britt, Orbits and Ice Ages, The History of Climate. IHMC channel. That's an important video to watch also. I keep dropping the phone. That's the second time I dropped it. Video. Join in this morning for our Sunday morning worship experience. Judy Jacobs' channel. I can do all things, she says. She's a worship artist, a preacher who sings. I can do all things. I shall do. Oh, I see what she did. SH for shh. Deuteronomy in the Bible, King James Version of the Bible, chapter 8, verse 18. I'm going to give you power to get wealth, it says. Why? The reason why God wants you to be wealthy, to prosper, is so you can be a blessing to and prosper others. That's what Charan Singh said to me. Why not want a lot of money so you can help a lot of people? And I wondered how he knew I wanted to help a lot of people, because he was my husband. He was Jesus Christ, and I was Mrs. Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene. But I didn't know that, because our past life memories are wiped clean when we're born into this dimension. Chuck Schumer and George Soros based their decisions on money, on greed. Had Tesla had some friends or associates or a wife to talk to, he might have avoided working with these greedy capitalists in the first place. I'm not against capitalism, I'm just against greedy capitalism. Pierpont Morgan, George Soros, had no interest in giving the American people free electricity. He pulled. Is it still working? Okay, it is. Third. Oh, it was too much. Oh, it's still recording. Okay, good. Okay. So, Pierpont Morgan and George Soros pulled out of the project to give the world free electricity because he said if he can't put a meter on it, it's of no use to him. He was already one of the richest men in the country, but he wanted more. More decoded. M for more, O for order, R for rigged rates for, E for electricity. Okay. Now they have what they call smart meters. Electrical and gas meters that can digitally send meter readings to your energy supplier for more accurate energy bills. People's bills have increased greatly. There is no benefit to the customer with what they call smart meters, but the energy suppliers are selling the meters to the public as something good for them. The author of the book Propaganda Bernays, called the father of public relations, nephew of the psychiatrist Sigmund Freud, who understood about the unconscious mind, made money. Bernays made money with the information gained from his uncle by using words that would gain entry to the public's unconscious mind to manipulate them into buying his clients' goods and services. We have, and I think it was Time magazine or Life magazine said Bernays at one point was one of the 100 most influential men in the country. Yeah, because he was manipulating people's unconscious minds. We have so many things in our culture that are bad for us because greed caused Tesla, who only wanted to give benefits to regular people, but who didn't trust Americans enough to join them in close relationships, no wife, no close business partner to help him think through his ideas. Since Tesla skipped the thoroughly important step of discussing his ideas, he had more time to come up with more and more ideas that he presumed would be good for people. Tesla put so many ideas, the first step in creating something new, that is said that Tesla, being as Eve, being as T. Michelle Birdsong, is owed trillions of dollars because the thinking through process was skipped in his past life. Tesla, being as T. Michelle Birdsong, guided by her guru, Charan Singh, Jesus Christ, Santa Claus, St. Valentine. Santa Claus, if you're good, you get a gift. St. Valentine, romance, courtship, engagement before marriage. Jesus Christ was a martyr. Martyrdom, opposite of self-centeredness and selfishness. Being as the Buddha, enlightenment, third eye opened, insights and deep intuition obtained. Govinda Singh, Dylan. Now he's all of these people. He's Santa Claus, he's St. Valentine, he's Charan Singh, he's Jesus Christ, and he's the Buddha. And his name, he's being as Govinda Singh Dylan, though of noble. I don't know why I dropped the phone like that. Though of noble high birth, deliberately lived as an average guy to show those of low birth they can aspire to and achieve high-minded goals. That's what Govinda Singh did for the world. Govinda Singh Dylan has been and is still available to T. Michelle 24/7, Eve 24/7, has being as his Holy Spirit guide inside her. He is available for her to ask questions of, to enter into conversation with, to be given talk and share therapy to. Her guru, being his husband, brother, and better than a genie, because he gives her what he knows that she doesn't know she needs until he proves it to her. So you see what happened? T. Michelle Birdsong, having been Tesla, didn't have any associates and provided the world things that weren't good for it because he didn't have anybody to talk through his ideas. T. Michelle Birdsong has somebody to talk to who is a mystic, a saint, God. And so this is good. All right. So he provides to her what she needs that she doesn't even know she needs. And having been, as many writers, this is who T. Michelle Birdsong has been: Shakespeare, Emerson, Charles Dickens, Emily Dickinson, Robert Frost. Now T. Michelle Birdsong, still alone, broke, and virtually friendless. She thinks through what comes into her mind completely. Her story, her writing, her autobiography, an idea papers are stuck together. An idea to write was requested by Govinda Singh Dillon, being as Jesus Christ, Archangel Gabriel, the architect of heaven on earth. He wanted Eve's story, the archetype of the perfect woman, one honest to a fault, because she has taken the pains, time, energy of thought to write out on paper and speak on YouTube videos and blog talk radio the details of her life. Her story is going to be volumes, an encyclopedia of her story, probably in her own handwriting, in most cases the first draft. Some of Tesla's inventions tempted the population. The remote control, for example. An object at rest will remain at rest until acted upon by an outside source. Television in the 1950s was clean-cut and genuinely entertaining. But in 2019, game shows make grown people jump up and down and holler and squeal when inappropriate for children, but which looks silly and stupid when grown-ups fake joy and excitement. Children feel genuine excitement. With the remote control, I was trying to say that you're sitting on your behind watching TV using the remote control. TV is not a good thing. It's at the state of hypnosis, the level of hypnosis. So those advertisers, the sponsors, can sell you their products. And if all you have to do is pick up a little remote control to change the channel and not get up and go for a walk or cook dinner or do something like that, then is it a good thing? Ray Dalio net worth as of January 2019 is $18 billion, said, "We struggle with ourselves. It's the many different characters we've been in our past lives. That's why Eve, being a Socrates, a father of Western civilization, said, 'Know thyself.' And Jesus Christ, being as Charan Singh said, 'We live to learn to love ourselves,' as he was mirroring Eve, who was visiting him in India. She was being as his wife Mary Magdalene and as Mrs. Santa, both identities unknown to her at the time, but not to him in 1979. If we know ourselves, we'll love ourselves, we'll have peace within ourselves." Perhaps if Tesla had been from this culture, he would have studied Plato telling about Eve being a Socrates, saying, "Know thyself." And perhaps he would have done the introspection so important, so necessary to knowing oneself. Today or soon, talk and share therapy will be widely available. This is an easy, natural way to know ourselves. It was a Socratic method of asking questions to keep people coming up with their own answers. Okay, that's all for now because I'm going to run out of space. Alright, so I told you a lot, and think about it, and yeah. Okay, see you on the next video.